So starting the test drive in this Chevy Spark, with it having such a small engine, but also having the CVT, you don't have to give the vehicle too much to get up to speed. Now it's certainly not fast, but it does get up, again, to speed pretty efficiently. And the overall driving dynamics is pretty easy to drive overall. Pretty simple setup. Now we're gonna take it on the interstate and give it a pull when we can. We're gonna give ourselves a little space. No one's behind us. All right, foot to the floor. So a pretty interesting sound getting up to speed here with the CVT. And again, it's not meant to be quick, but it is relatively adequate. Especially if you don't plan on really taking this on the interstate or anything like that. Now, once you get up to around 70, the ride is actually pretty solid. Wind noise, you can hear it. Road noise, you have to listen for it. It's really hard to hear that. But overall, I mean, it's pretty good. And that's probably the worst thing about this car is going to be the acceleration. But again, it's a 1.4 four-cylinder. It's just a naturally aspirated engine. A small one at that, so impressive for what it is, especially paired with the CVT. So you can probably expect to get 35 to 40 miles per gallon highway depending on how fast you're going. Changes in altitude, things of that nature. That's why a lot of people got these, just so you don't have to use a gallon of gas to get to and from work. On top of that, they're easy to park, easy to maneuver. If you don't really care about how a car drives and you're just worried about efficiency, this is one of the best vehicles you can get. Still to this day, even though it's been discontinued since 2022. Now for the price point here, these were always a pretty good deal, I think. If you just want something that gets the job done, don't really care about bells and whistles. And the Chevy Trax, the 24 Trax, in terms of just GM's vehicles, is really kind of taking the spot of this Spark, because you get a lot more space. It's more fun to drive, I think, a little quicker. But it also has all the tech and then some that you would expect for that amount of money. I don't think that Trax is as efficient as this Spark is, especially real world, but it is a bit more usable in terms of, again, the space, cargo space, leg room, and all of that. But this one is certified. It comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty. So if you're worried about that CVT, just keep it maintained as you should, and you'll have the warranty coverage as long as you own the vehicle. And the 1.4, I don't plan on seeing any big issues in the foreseeable future where the motor just gets shot, but again, that powertrain warranty will cover that as well. But these are also, I'm sure, a bit easier to fix as opposed to newer V6s with turbos, or even the turbocharged 3 and 4 cylinders, because that's just one less part you have to worry about when you're under the hood. But for this car to have manual seats, it's pretty low to the ground, definitely was made cheaply from a financial standpoint. Not saying the car itself is cheap, but they weren't trying to put the best suspensions and they weren't trying to make sure this thing rode like a Buick. For this to be what it is, the ride quality is very good. I don't feel like I'm in a go-kart. Now the maneuverability is close to that, but the ride quality is, again, pretty solid for what it is. But if you're looking for a bargain car, if you can find these used, they're still out there and they're still pretty cheap. So this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2022 Chevy Spark 1LT.